The thing about happiness is that it can vanish in a heartbeat. That was a quote from Avatar, which I watched with my 6-year-old daughter. I say I watched with my 6-year-old daughter. We watched it for about half an hour, of which 5 minutes my concentration was like here. Then after about that, I just dipped and dipped and dipped. And it worried me a little bit that a 6-year-old definitely had more concentration watching Avatar than me. Anyway, good job. I hopefully won't be diagnosed with anything now. But anyway, that aside, as the other one was in A&E getting a cut glued back together on her head from swing ball. That was an eventful Saturday night. Anyway, that quote about happiness can vanish so quickly is massively powerful, and that's something that did get my attention. I was almost nodding off, and then that came up and we started talking about that, and it's like, that's why we almost shouldn't just go, I'll be happy when, because happiness is actually emotion. You actually feel it come up and down throughout the day. And the key take home from this is, if we're constantly just leaving it to chance, I'll be happy when, hypothesizing that, why don't we find out what actually makes us happy today? And I'm going to push this towards a conversation I had yesterday around comfort eating, which comes up a lot, and it might be something that you can relate to, which was that they find that the third, the fourth, the fifth biscuit, chocolate, crisp, whatever, is never as good as the first. And that's the law of diminishing returns. Like, we think that I'm comforting. I want to comfort eat because it'll make me happy. It will help my emotions today. That's maybe a legit thing to say, and that's fine. But then when we really look into it and we say, okay, was the second as good as the first? Was the third as good as the first? Was the fourth as good as the first? Not really. It's vanishing almost in an instant. And the law of diminishing returns comes in. The more of something we have, the less beneficial it probably is. Just like if you are doing 0 steps right now, really, give or take, if you're doing, say, 2,000, 1,000 steps, or not getting much exercise in at all, and you do a little bit, that has a massive beneficial effect. Not just physically, but mentally too, risk of disease. My point today is, what can you do to create that feeling of happiness today? And what are you doing at the moment that you think maybe makes you happy that actually, when you look at it, doesn't really? Some food for thought today, and research shows that just putting your attention on something else, being more aware, is the first step to change. So give that a try.